over the finance. So there was a dire need for us to meet up, but we couldn't because of the COVID situation. But then after that, in 2021, and in the end of the 2021, we organized a meetup, just a small meetup of few guys, and it was really successful. We all met up, and the trust grew, and this thing actually became more powerful, and more people got together, and this became a good community. So this is the second iteration of that Bitcoin meetup, and the fourth meetup so far, and we are going to continue in the future. And today we'll be talking about Bitcoin and Lightning technology, and and how to share. Yes. So the current issues.
Single, but I think that's okay because Mike is also going to do it in English. So, in terms of the circular Bitcoin economy, we are planning separate meetups and everything on the local crypto community because many of you think in Sri Lanka there are very lesser people who do the crypto and Bitcoin stuff on the local level, but in terms of the local community like Ceylon Cash, Crypto Gully and Digital Asset Lanka, there are many crypto communities around the island who are educating people on crypto and Bitcoin. And in terms of the circular economy, I will explain what is the circular economy for Bitcoin. Bitcoin circular economy is, I will explain in basic terms. It's a free market. Everyone can use their Bitcoin for their livings and do whatever they need from the needs and collecting Bitcoins as you need to pay taxes for those rupees. We don't pay taxes for our rupees in because they are using for circulation on market. So in El Salvador, we can pay taxes on Bitcoin as well. We can buy groceries on Bitcoin as well. So that started from the bottom-up approach from the one city called Bitcoin Beach. I'll explain it to that later. So in El Sonte city from El Salvador, they have started. There are many retailers who are accepting Bitcoin for their tourism stuff. So they are accepting Bitcoin from tourists, and they needed to have a rentals requirement from El Salvador because many of the local family members work in US or some other countries, and they need to remit the transfers, and for those remittances they need to pay around $30 to $50 per transaction fee. But they
So you can think of this, across the street is the Colombo port, right? There's containers that are waiting to get shipped to the next port. These are containers of Bitcoin. All of these squares are the peers who are paying miners to be included in this next block. So right now there's a big demand for Bitcoin transactions, right? You can see that there's a big waiting room, right? 3,500 transactions are waiting to be included in the next block. And right now, 3,292 transactions are paying Bitcoin to the miners. The current fees are close to $6,000 US. So every block includes a base of Bitcoin. That's how new Bitcoin is minted. But also, the peers pay the miners to send money across. Bitcoin is your own personal bank. But like all banks, you need to have a high level of security to secure your bank. We're right next to the Bank of India. They have big walls, they have security guards, they have safes. So private keys in the physical world give you access to like your house, to your car. Maybe you have a safe. With Bitcoin, we have a digital private key which unlocks your wallet and allows you to spend funds. So when you use an exchange like Binance, that means the exchange holds your keys. And you can't make transactions or receive money without their permission. So as a Bitcoin advocate, I don't want to replace a physical bank with a bank of Binance, right? That's a half measure. Now is do a Lightning transaction. So it's scanning the Lightning code, and now this is for 98 cents. This doesn't have to wait in the mempool, right? This doesn't have to wait in the Colombo port of the internet. This just took a private jet in the Lightning network. This is in the cloud, right? This doesn't have to pay a 98-cent fee to send 98 cents. So I just paid that, and it was successful. I could be anywhere in the world. This is a hospital in Sri Lanka. It could be in the north of Sri Lanka. It could be in the south of Sri Lanka. I could be on the eastern hemisphere. I could be on the western hemisphere. I could be in Antarctica. This money instantly was transported to Sri Lanka, to a Sri Lankan hospital. That's the power of Bitcoin. It is super fast on the Lightning network. If we look at this transaction, it hasn't even registered yet, right? So Cash App, since I'm using it, I don't know what it is here, but Kraft cheese is very expensive, so it's like money anyways. So, like I said, Bitcoin is a network for money, and your keys are your login. So Facebook, Instagram, that's a social network, right? And you have a password to log into your Instagram, right? You don't want to give your Instagram or have your Instagram get hacked and have really embarrassing photos get posted, right? So for something like Instagram, a password is enough. But with Bitcoin, a password isn't enough. This guy is going to steal your money if your Bitcoin wallet is one word, right? So we need to secure our password very securely. So how would we actually do that? We have to replace the password with a passphrase. Because if I only have to guess one word,